What's up, everybody? We are in Adamsville, Alabama, and we're going to take a look at this property right here. This is a rental property that Mr. Shaun Dozier, who's right here, he's going to give us a walkthrough of it. He's going to take us through it. And if you have not seen part one of this video series with Shaun, we get his background. We learn about him and his story and how he got into real estate and, having a full-time job, growing up the way he did. And now he's a full-time he's a real estate investor, and he's done awesome for himself. If you've not seen that video, click the link above. Shaun, give us a tour, man. Tell us about this. First of all, tell us about this house.
All right, so this house is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath.
Okay, how'd you get it?
So we got this deal from a relationship I got with a wholesaler. I've done a lot of wholesale deals with him back in the past. So he brought this deal to me, and he was asking $65,000 for it. I negotiated this deal down to $40,000. So I got this house for $40,000.
That's a pretty big gap there. Yeah. You got a $25,000 off of what he was asking. Yeah. How do you negotiate that?
Well, I think it's from the relationship. I made him so much money in the past on deals that we've done together. So he always brings me his deals first.
It's always great to have a wholesaler who's going to bring you the deal first. If you can find that. You mentioned you've had a great relationship. How do you find that person in the beginning, and what do you do to build that relationship?
Well, how me and him first met, he sent me an email on the property he had, and I went out and looked at the property. We did a joint venture on it, ended up buying that property. Over the years, we just kept, buying and selling houses together.
You buying his deals, or?
Yeah, I bought some of his deals, and also when I was wholesaling, I helped him wholesale a lot of his deals.
Oh, gotcha. Help him find buyers and things like that.
Buyers.
So it's always finding the deal. In the market that we've been in, finding the deal has always kind of like been, in my opinion, it's been the harder thing to do. Is that kind of what you're seeing as well? Finding the deal has been pretty difficult.
Oh yeah.
So having good wholesalers and good relationships with wholesalers and realtors has been pretty important for you?
Oh yeah. So I just recently got my real estate license last year too, so I'm a realtor now as well. But on this house, we got it for $40K. We put about $26,000 in it. Mm-hmm. Just a light renovation on it.
Do you, Shaun? How'd you fund the deal?
We funded this deal with a relationship with another hard money lender. Okay.
Now, why did you choose to go that route?
I was always taught to use other people's money, so that's what we do. We got a relationship with hard money lenders. They can fund the deal really fast. We closed on it in about 10 days. And we got the purchase price and the renovation costs all in one.
Gotcha. Now, do you have to bring any money to the table in it?
Yeah. So the way they structured this deal was, since it was a good deal for them, with the appraised value and everything, we put about $9,000 down. But once we got done with the renovation, they refunded $9,000 back. So I got the whole thing funded.
Okay. And then is this a property you're going to keep?
Yeah, I'll hold this one.
So how do you structure that financially? Like in the long, do you put long-term debt on it? How do you?
Right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna refinance the hard money loan out, and I'm gonna get a long term, maybe a 30-year on it.
Gotcha. Very cool. All right, take us through the actual house. So here's the kitchen right here. What did you have to do in the kitchen?
In here, I didn't do anything in the kitchen. Everything is pretty much the same. We left the cabinets, since it's gonna be a runner. We left the cabinets here. The refrigerator was still here. So we painted the whole interior. We had to do a rewire on this one. So all the electrical plugs and everything, new breaker box, counter box, all that updated. We re-sanded and finished the hardwood floors.
Oh, these are real hardwood?
No, in here. That's LVP.
Oh, this is LVP in the kitchen. Yeah, okay, here we go.
It's real hardwood.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
In the living room, throughout the house.
Yeah, I smell it.
Yeah. Put new light fixtures in.
Okay. So this is a big, and Shaun, give me kind of a sense of, so we're in Adamsville. What kind of area is Adamsville? What you mentioned you bought the property for, again, how much?
40,000.
40. And what, so a $40,000 house in Birmingham, it's not worth 40 because you got a good deal on it. What do you think this is going to appraise for once it's all fixed up?
Well, I got appraised before I bought it. Three bathroom, one bath. They appraised it for $130,000.
So this is a $130,000 house over here, west of downtown Birmingham. Who is the what's this area like, and what's the type of person that's going to rent a house like this?
It's an affordable income area. It's a lot of homeowners out in this area, but there's also some renters over here too. So the renters over here is rent from $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 a month.
Gotcha. Wow. Yeah. So 3-bed, 1 bath, is that kind of normal for Birmingham? Like if you had to choose between a 3-1 and a 3-2, or a 2-2 or a 2-1, like what's kind of most desirable for you?
Most desirable, we usually do 3-2s, but I also have some 3.5s. This is the first 3-1 that I got, but it's such a high demand for rentals right now. I get so many calls for people that need rental properties. So I don't think it'll be a problem with
gotcha.
Getting it rented out.
And you said it'll rent for how much?
$1,200.
$1,200. Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The rental comes, there's 2 or 3 of them that's down the road that's rented for $1,200.
Wow. Awesome. Okay, so you got this big kind of open area right here coming off the kitchen. Okay, and then our bedroom and baths are back here.
Then we got 3 bedrooms. We got 1 bedroom right here.
Okay.
Got the bath here.
Now, what did you have to?
I didn't do anything in the bath either. Everything is pretty much the same when we bought it.
Okay, gotcha.
Second bedroom.
Okay.
And 3rd bedroom.
Gotcha. So pretty straightforward. How many square feet? It looks like what, about 1,100, 1,200?
Yeah, right. A little short of 1,200.
Okay.
Like 1,190, something like that.
Gotcha. And so the biggest expense on this one was probably
electrical.
The electrical.
Yeah, so we redo the inside panel, the outside panel. We wire the plugs and switches and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, so we haven't shown y'all yet, but the interesting thing to me when I pulled up is going to be right outside the door here. Kind of tell us what we're going to see as we come out the front door.
All right. So the previous owner, they built it's a above ground pool right here in the front yard, and they put a fence around it.
Okay, so the $1 million question, Shaun, is, because this is a rental, you've already told me this is a rental, the $1 million question is, are you going to keep the swimming pool?
I think we're going to get rid of it.
Are you?
Yeah, it's above ground, so we got a deck. They got a deck built around it. So my pool guy came out a couple of days ago. We're gonna. He said it ain't gonna be no problem. We're gonna just take it out of here, and I'll probably just knock this deck down right here and just so it'll be a bigger front yard.
Mm-hmm. So I know why, but just for everybody watching, why would you could probably get more rent
I probably could
for a pool, but why are you going to take it out?
More so a liability issues. I don't want the extra cost or probably maintaining it and everything else to come with it.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah.
That's a wise decision. How did you come? Because I know I was talking to you previously, and you were kind of on the fence. You didn't know if you wanted to keep it or not.
Yeah, I didn't know because I had a few people that wanted to rent it, and they was cool with the pool. They wanted to rent it with the pool, but I just think about long term. I didn't want any extra issues with it.
Gotcha. Okay, so also here in the front, so when we first started the video, we came in through the garage, or through the carport, I should say.
We came in through that.
So right here is kind of the front of the house. Can we walk around the house? What's the best way?
Well, you can go this way.
You want to go this way? Okay. So take me, because on the exterior, there's always going to be items as well. Did you have to do anything with the roof or with the HVAC?
No, the roof is 5 years old. Okay. So we replaced the AC unit as well.
Okay, so you didn't have to worry about a roof.
Yeah.
So that's a big expense that you didn't have to think about.
So we updated the electrical panel here. We did some I had to get the Crawlspace waterproof. Got a sump pump and everything in the
Okay.
Crawlspace.
Now, take us through that, because that can be sometimes a challenging situation. You got a sump pump.
Yeah.
Was there already water down there?
Yeah, when I bought it, it was getting water. It was kind of standing water down in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So we have done a lot of those in the past on other houses. So I got relationship with a foundation company. They come out here and put a sump pump and drain and all that kind of stuff down there. So to pump the water out.
Right. So that's probably when you see standing water underneath a house, some people say, "Oh, I don't want that," but some people are like, "Hey, I can get a deeper discount on this property."
that was kind of help with my negotiation on buying the house.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we had a lot of rain the last couple of days. I think a tree branch fell. It kind of knocked the gutter down right here a little bit.
Okay.
Some fell on the gutter, so I got to get that fixed.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Now,
we put a new AC unit in.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Well.
What's the cost on something like that?
I think that was like $7,500.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So Shaun, take me through. I don't know if some people watching this, they may or may not know, and I may not even know fully. But talk to me through. Okay, so we're in Adamsville. We know the area. There's a $130,000 house. It's going to get appraised for. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath. You want to keep it as a rental. So we know all these things. What goes into the decision to? Obviously, the electrical needs to be replaced. I mean, that's just something that had to get done. The HVAC has to get done. Roof, sump pump, things like that. Those are things that have to get done.
Right.
But what about like going the extra mile? Like when it's a flip versus or something you're going to keep as a rental, like painting the exterior or making the upgrades in the kitchen, doing some other upgrades that you probably wouldn't necessarily do on a rental. Well,
Right.
I guess we know the reason why, but take me kind of through your thought process as you're trying to do a renovation on this, like what to do and then knowing what not to do.
Okay. Well, my thoughts on rental properties, we don't fully renovate rental properties. You don't want to put too much money into them because you're going to have tenants to come in and they're going to damage, things going to get damaged, and you're going to have to turn around and fix, and put money right back into the property. So we try to be real cost effective on our return, what we got in the deal, how much we're going to make off the deal per rent.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Tell me about this over here. We got it's kind of like an outbuilding and then I guess the remnants of a swing set.
Yeah, we're going to get rid of this. This is something they had previously seen here. I think it was an old swing set.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a shed that came with the house, storage shed.
And they got like a little fenced in area. How do you handle things like pets?
Pets. Usually, if the tenant got a pet, we charge an extra fee in a rental agreement, a pet fee.
But you typically let them keep a pet.
Yeah. I think they had to pay extra, maybe like $50 on the rent.
Yeah,
something like that.
Gotcha. And it looks like this property line, like there's another house right here, so it kind of probably goes up to about right here.
Yeah, probably
so
right into the
tell me about the grass. It's kind of deceiving. There's probably a little more grass to cut than maybe normal.
Right.
It is, and then you got all this area too. Is the tenant responsible for stuff like that?
Yeah, they're gonna be responsible for the grass.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think that would deter someone from coming out here and renting a place, or is that just kind of normal? They're used to doing something like that.
Well, all my properties, they take care of the yard. They cut the yard. I haven't had a problem where a tenant didn't want to cut the grass.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, going back to the numbers, it looks you got it for 40. You're putting about what you said, 15?
I put about 25 in.
25 in it. So you're going to be in it for around 65,
yeah.
But it's worth 130.
Right.
So you got a lot of equity there, Shaun.
Yeah.
How much are you're gonna do a cash out refi?
Probably so. I probably will.
So about how much money are you gonna take out?
I wouldn't put out a lot. I usually just pull. I would probably just pull, if I do, maybe 20 grand out on it or something, but I ain't for sure yet.
Okay. What would you do with that extra money? Because, well, first of all, it's tax free, right? Because it's a loan. So when you pull that money out, what are you going to do with that, you think? You should
reinvest
into another property? And that's how you're going to get to 20.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So in a previous video, Shaun told me he wants to get to 20 here in the next couple of years. He's at 5 rentals today, but you also do flips.
Flips, yeah.
You also do wholesale. So you have some other things that you're doing, all while holding a full-time job
Right.
and having a family,
Oh,
and
yeah.
having a wife and kids. But just being able to reinvest back into properties, it's going to get you to your 20 in the next couple of years. Is that what that's the plan?
Oh, yeah. That's my plan. This property across the street just came on the market. It's for sale right now. I think it's listed at about 200. It's 200 or something.
It's awesome. This is a quiet. This is a good, quiet area.
Oh yeah, very nice neighborhood.
Awesome. Anything I'm missing, Shaun?
That's about it.
That's about it.
That's about it on this.
Shaun, thank you so much for taking us through the house and giving us a tour. Kind of taking us through kind of your mindset and your what you're thinking on a rental property. We don't talk to folks doing rentals too much, so I really appreciate you kind of walking us through this, man. Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you.
All right, we're gonna see y'all on the next one.